In a world that wakes up rushing, to-do lists buzzing, phones beeping, alarms screaming, what if, just this once, you started your day by simply breathing? Imagine waking not into chaos, but into calm. What if this morning, you found yourself? Welcome to the healing room, where your peace begins before the world begins. Today, we'll go beyond meditation. We'll reconnect you with your body, your breath, and the quiet voice within you that knows exactly what you need. Close your eyes. Let the noise of the world fall away. This is not the time to check notifications, read emails, or rehearse conversations that haven't even happened. This is not the hour for what-ifs or should-haves. This is your moment, the quiet between sleep and waking, when the soul is most open, and your spirit is still tender from dreaming. You are not late. You are not behind. You are right on time, in your own sacred rhythm. Allow your breath to rise and fall, like ocean tides caressing the shore. No effort. No force. Just allowing. The air you breathe has journeyed through leaves, oceans, storms, and deserts to reach you. Each breath is a gift, a message from life itself saying, you're meant to be here. I want to take you to a place etched in the memories of my childhood. It's dawn in the Mekong Delta, Vietnam. The fog still kisses the riverbanks. My grandmother, who lived a life of humble resilience, would wake just before first light. No alarms. No clocks. Her rhythm was nature itself. She would step onto the wooden porch barefoot. The air, cool and wet, clung gently to her skin. She would close her eyes, press one weathered palm to her chest, and take one slow, deep breath. This, she whispered, is where the day truly begins. Not when the sun rises, but when I remember who I am. She had no word for mindfulness, but her stillness, that sacred pause, was mindfulness. That moment, I now realize, was the richest moment of her day. Not because of what she did, but because of who she allowed herself to be. Modern life has trained us to hustle from the first second we wake up. We reach for phones instead of reaching for presence. We check tasks before checking in with ourselves. But what if stillness was not laziness, but devotion? What if you gave yourself permission to be before you do? Try this. Feel your body as it is. Let your jaw unclench. Let your shoulders fall. Let your breath soften. Stillness is not the absence of movement. It's the presence of awareness. It's the place where the voice of your soul becomes audible. Stillness holds messages you cannot hear when you're in motion. Perhaps your heart is whispering, I'm tired. Or your body is saying, I need gentleness today. Or your spirit is softly crying, please, not another day of pretending. Allow those truths to rise. You don't have to fix anything right now. Just witness. You are not a machine to be optimized. You are a living, breathing mystery. Let stillness be the altar where you meet yourself again. Take a deep breath. Now, imagine this, from the base of your spine, your feet, your palms, roots begin to unfurl. They push gently into the earth, weaving downward, through carpet, through floorboards, through soil, through rock, until they reach the ancient stillness of the planet's core. This is not fantasy. It is a memory. You came from the earth, and you are still of it. I once knew a man, a retired combat veteran. He came to a retreat where I was teaching. Stoic, guarded, hollow-eyed. He hadn't slept well in years. During one of our breaks, he walked into the forest barefoot. Later, he told me, "That was the first time I felt safe since the war. Just feeling the earth under my feet, it reminded me that I still belonged somewhere." Belonging. That's the word. Not to titles. Not to social media. Not even to roles. But to life itself. Each inhale, draw in earth's nourishment, stability, calm, steadiness. Each exhale, let go of your anxiety, the urgency, the fear. Imagine the soil receiving all you no longer need and returning only what sustains you. What you are doing here is not visualization, it is a recalibration. A remembering. Your nervous system needs this. Your ancestors practiced this. Your soul craves this. In a world of hyperstimulation and surface connection, grounding is rebellion. A sacred act of coming home to your body. The earth never rushes. She does not panic when the seasons shift. She trusts her timing. Can you? Can you trust that you, too, are unfolding on time? Let your breath deepen. Let your mind rest. Let your roots dig deeper, and find nourishment, not in doing, but in being. Now gently turn your attention inward. Starting at your crown, bring awareness slowly down, forehead, cheeks, neck, shoulders, chest, belly, hips, legs, feet. Notice each area. What do you feel? Tension, heat, a flutter, or perhaps nothing at all, a quiet void? That's okay, too. The body doesn't always speak in words. It speaks in sensations. In temperature. In tightness. In expansion. Hearing is passive. Listening is sacred. To listen is to lean in. To offer your full presence without trying to change what you hear. Place a gentle hand on your chest and whisper, "Body, what do you need from me today?" Then, wait. A woman once came to me, struggling with unexplained panic attacks. No trauma she could recall. No diagnosis. Just fear. Daily. Debilitating. During one session, I invited her to ask her body what it needed. After minutes of silence, she whispered through tears. It told me, "Please stop pretending everything's okay." That was the beginning of her healing. Not a cure, but a reconnection. She had spent years managing symptoms, but had never truly listened. Science now confirms what mystics have always known. The body holds memory. Your stomach remembers fear. Your jaw stores anger. Your heart feels grief in literal contractions. This is not metaphor. This is biology. So when you feel pain, physical or emotional, ask, what's the story here? What's the message in this ache? Now, breathe into those places. Imagine your breath as a river of attention, flowing to the parts of you that feel unseen. Don't try to fix. Just witness. That is the healing. Sometimes the most radical thing you can do is listen. To your back pain. To your fatigue. To your hunger. To your joy. All of them are messages. Your body is not broken, it's talking. Are you listening? Let's pause here, not out of interruption, but of invitation. An invitation to feel your breath, not just as air, but as medicine. So often we think healing requires action, supplements, routines, effort. But sometimes, healing begins with the simplest thing you've always had, your breath. Let's try something now. Place your hand over a part of your body that feels tense, or tender, or just quiet. And breathe into it. Let your breath move as if it were a warm mist, soft, gentle, all-pervading. I see you. I hear you. I'm not ignoring you anymore. That's what the breath says, wordlessly, when sent with intention. I once worked with a young man recovering from years of addiction. During our sessions, he often shook. Couldn't sit still. Couldn't speak his story. So instead of asking him to talk, I asked him to breathe into the part of his body that felt most afraid. Each day, a new area surfaced: his throat, his gut, his chest. And slowly, breath became trust. Trust became safety. And safety became healing. Your breath is the most loyal companion you'll ever have. It's the first thing you do when born, the last thing when you leave. Yet how often do we treat it with reverence? Try this. Imagine your breath as a soothing balm, spreading across tight spaces. Imagine it melting resistance. Imagine it reaching the parts of you no hand can touch, your grief, your dreams, your fear. Each inhale, you choose life. Each exhale, you release resistance. This is not just breathing. This is communion. Now we move inward, deeper than breath, deeper than thought, to a place that glows without words. Your heart. Close your eyes, again, if they've opened. And see it, not anatomically, but energetically. A light. Soft. Steady. Gentle. Strong. It's not blazing. It doesn't need to be. It's eternal. You might think, I don't feel any light. I feel dark. Lost. That's okay. Even a flicker exists in total darkness. One evening, I sat with a woman who had just lost her child. Her world, shattered. Her voice, gone. Her body, trembling. I sat in silence. Eventually, I whispered, "If there's even one spark still inside, we can build from that." She sobbed and pointed to her chest. "It's here. Small. But here. That's all we need, a beginning." Now imagine this light in your heart expanding. With each inhale, it grows. With each exhale, it reaches. From chest, to shoulders, to belly, to limbs, to thoughts. Touching every wound. Every scar. Every numb corner. Let it wrap around your past, where you were betrayed. Let it seep into your bones, where you hold ancestral pain. Let it shine through your spine, where your courage once hid. This light does not erase what happened. It integrates it. Just like gold is melted and reformed, your pain can be remade. Not by forgetting it, but by surrounding it with love. Let this light knit you back together. Let it stitch the seams where you once broke. Let it whisper to your body, "You are not broken. You are becoming whole." Now we come to a sacred crossroad. A moment that can feel small, but is actually profound. This is not about what's on your calendar. It's about what's inside your core. Close your eyes. Place a hand on your heart. Ask, "What do I want to embody today?" Don't force a word. Let it rise. Peace. Joy. Patience. Clarity. Courage. Forgiveness. Intention is not about control. It's about alignment. A monk once told me, "The mountain doesn't shout, but it shapes everything around it." That's what a clear intention does. You don't need to hustle to become someone. You only need to remember. Let that intention become a seed. Planted in stillness. Watered by your breath. Carried by your awareness throughout the day. Remember, you will forget. Life will throw traffic, triggers, noise, news, and doubt at you. but each time, you can return to that seed. Whisper it. Feel it. Embody it again. Even in chaos, a clear intention is your anchor. Now, begin to come back. But not quickly. Not like flipping a switch. This is your re-entry. Your return. A rebirth into the world, but now, you carry something different. Begin by noticing the surface beneath you. Notice how it supports you, just as life always has, even when you couldn't feel it. Wiggle your fingers. Move your feet. Stretch if your body asks for it. But stay gentle. Before you open your eyes, recall your intention. Hold it close. Let it sit like a pebble in your pocket, grounding you. When you rise, rise with grace. Let the light you cultivated today spill into your smile. Let your breath remind you of safety. Let your presence bless every room you walk into. You do not have to go back to life. You get to re-enter it, anew. Before we close, let me tell you one last story. There was once a stonecutter who worked tirelessly. He envied the rich. Then envied the king. Then envied the sun, the storm, the mountain, until he finally became a mountain. And there, as the mountain, he looked down and saw a stonecutter, chipping away at his base. And he realized, he already was powerful. He had always been. Just like you. You began this morning with a breath. You listened to your body. You rooted into the earth. You lit the flame within. You chose who you want to be. And you returned, not empty, but full. If today feels different, it's because you are different. Let this be your sacred morning ritual. Let this be your new story of healing. Let this be the day you remembered who you are. Thank you for spending this time in the healing room. Until next time, remember, you are already whole.